Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode. Today, then we're going to talk about our trip that we had July 4th. I think it's kind of become, not yet, but it's probably going to be a yearly tradition with our college friends. So I think that's what are going to mainly talk about today.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? Uh, we had a vacation, like David said. It's so far, I think it's starting to become a tradition. Yeah, I would say so, Dave. It's because I was friends with this guy before we went to college, and I was going over there for Fourth of July's then as well.
Yeah, I would agree. We did it last year and we did it this year again. I feel like we're all going to be so busy that we're just going to July 4th is just a perfect time for like all of us to come back together since we're all still friends pretty much.
Yeah, I will say it was really nice to see everybody again, even though we kind of like people just started graduating and we moved out and stuff. It's only been like 3 months since we've seen them, but it was really nice seeing everybody.
Yeah, like I said, it's only been like 3 months. I think since our roommate Drew, we'll probably refer to him as Drew or our roommate, just so y'all know. But I feel like it's been like maybe what a month or two since we had seen him. And just seeing him, it was very nice. It was like it felt like it'd been a very long time. Well, even seeing you, I felt like it felt like it had been years since I'd last seen you.
Dude, I swear. Even I think it's just because I'm so used to walking out of my room in the apartment and seeing you guys every single day. So it was weird, like going like a month without seeing you.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird going from seeing you every day, talking to you every day, basically going to get food, going to the gym, just doing random stuff, to just like seeing you maybe like once or twice a year now.
Literally, it's gonna be an adjustment, but I feel like it's gonna be like a breath of fresh air when we see the boys again. Though.
I agree. All right, I think we can go ahead and jump into our Fourth of July trip. So to give you guys a rundown, basically, I live basically 3 hours away from Ryan,
Yeah,
and he lives what 30-40 minutes away from our friend Ian, who has his parents have a lake house, and that's where we go for the 4th of July. Right, 30-40 minutes.
yeah, 30, 40 if traffic isn't terrible, which we got
Yeah,
lucky.
yeah. So basically, I have to drive 3 hours anytime I have to want to go see Ryan, my co-host. So that's basically why we don't have any video either. Maybe in the future, if we're ever together for extended period of time, we'll have some video for you guys. But basically, I had to drive 3 hours um through the highway or whatever. And I got there probably like 30 minutes earlier because I was driving insane on the highway. Normally, I'm a safe driver and I don't like to speed too much. But I feel like you, Ryan, have also had this instance where you kind of you make it like a highway buddy, right? And you just
Oh
kind of
yeah.
stick with them for a long time, and you just kind of just keep going where they're going, whatever. I'm sure you've
So
had that.
yeah, anybody who has taken like over 2 hours on like a road trip or whatever, and you've had to do it like consistently, you probably know what we're talking about. I call them tells. Like you have someone that's always going to be faster than you, so you follow them and they kind of just lead the way and they just bully everybody off the road and you're with them for like 30, 45 minutes and they just become like family on the road.
Yeah, so basically that's what happened with me. I was just driving, and I kind of ran into this BMW, and I was like, "Yo, this guy's going pretty fast." So basically, for the next 2 hours, we were basically just passing each other, swerving through traffic, just flying down the highway like 90, 95, 100 miles per hour, just flying down the highway. And eventually, I had to take an exit, and he just kept going. I was like, "Dang, bye, buddy."
Bro, you're literally like in flow state on the interstate.
Yeah,
The
it,
first
it
hour sucks. The second hour, you're kind of like warming up to driving. And then the last hour, you're flying.
the thing is, you also know this. Uh, the drive from I don't know, it's maybe like an because like whenever you drive from Greenville to back home or whatever,
Mhm.
like the first hour, maybe hour and a half, you're flying. It's like 70. Then you kind of hit the part. I think it's maybe before Raleigh,
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's
It's
it's like
before
60,
Raleigh
65
into
miles.
Yeah, it's before Raleigh. And then it kind of carries into the city area. And then it goes like 60, 65, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like everyone's obviously gonna fly through that, but it just sucks at 60, 65. But then once you get like out past that, then it'll get 70 again, and everyone's just flying like on a 4 or 5 lane highway.
Dude, but the roads are so chaotic there. Everybody just cuts out in front of you at all times. You literally have to be like head on a swivel.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of construction going on right now too around the area. It's been going on for like 5 years,
Yeah, they
so it's
never
even
finished
it's
it.
just terrible.
They're never gonna finish that road, bro. I swear.
Oh no, they aren't. All right, well, long story short, basically just driving, flying, got to Ryan's house probably in 2.5 hours instead of three, and pulled up to his house, and I think I'll let you explain what happened after that.
Yeah. Okay. But first, though, so you texted me that day, and you were like, "I'll be there around like 12 or 1." And in my head, I was kind of just like, "Bullshit," you know. Like, no offense to you, I thought you were just gonna sleep until like 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Bullshit." Like, I can just like mess around. And then you texted me that you were like an hour away, and I still hadn't went to the store and shit. And I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta go! Like, I gotta go like now!" Like,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyway, so after his long drive, he actually surprised me with how quick he got here. Um, so my grandfather is kind of like a car enthusiast. So he collects like a bunch of old like 60s, 50s type cars. And David, that was like something that David had wanted to see for a while. So we kind of just like chilled around at the house for about an hour or two and just looking at cars.
Yeah, his grandpa has probably like, was it like t- 10 like 10 to 15 what's it called,
Hot
just like
rods?
older model cars that are just, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. So he basically has a bunch of like 60s and 50s like years.
They're like
Uh,
collector items basically.
yeah, like that, but like for cars. He has
Yeah.
like the Bonnie and Clyde car, like some old Impalas and stuff. It's just like cool to walk around those garages.
Dude's grandpa has a like a 1980s fire truck in the garage.
Oh my god, yeah, that thing is huge, and the bell is it gives you like tinnitus, bro.
Tinnitus.
The
Eh,
ringing in your ears.
that's tinnitus. I thought that was what's tetanitis then?
Tetanitis?
Yeah, is that not a thing?
I don't know what that is. Is that not just tetanus? Is that not what just happens when you like stub your toe on some
Wait,
rusty stuff?
I okay. I'm googling this because I'm sure tetanitis is a thing. Tetanitis.
Yeah, tinnitus is ringing in the ears, by the way.
Tetanitis. How do I even spell this? You know, it's not a real word when you can't spell it.
Yeah, I couldn't spell it. That's why I was.
Tetanus. Okay. Yeah.
So,
Okay. I'm stupid. Yeah. Ignore me. What I was saying.
anyways, yeah, that bell gives you like the ringing in the ears, and it's so loud.
I I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of like a lot of the cars that he has, just because they're like older models. But I think it is very cool how in what condition he has them, and just like the nostalgia factor that the cars have, just because they're models of cars that before like we were even born.
Yeah, I think you're a lot like me, where you like the newer model cars a lot more.
Yeah.
Just because that's something like we've grown up with. Whereas like those old cars, they don't have that factor for us like they do for older people.
Yeah, they do look really nice. It is pretty nice how many cars he has.
Yeah, I really like the Bonnie and Clyde one.
Mm, I like the Bonnie and Clyde one. I don't know if which one. I don't think I have a favorite.
You
I
like
thought they were all pretty cool.
you like the navy blue 1956 Impala, the one that was in the garage with the Bonnie and Clyde.
Oh
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. That one. Yeah.
yeah.
I forgot about that one.
All right,
Dude also has a fucking, what is it, a Dodge Charger in there, Challenger.
Charger or Challenger. I don't know the different. One of them's a 4 door, one of them's a 2 door. I don't know. But you guys know what the model is.
Well,
It's
I know I know what they look, what the difference is when I'm seeing them. I think the way you described it, the Challenger's a 2 door
yeah,
and the
okay.
Charger's a 4 door. Because I've
Then
only seen 4 door Chargers.
he has a Challenger.
Okay, yeah, that thing is sick. I love Challengers.
Yeah, and then he also has like a 2019 Vet. That thing's
Oh,
pretty sick.
dude, the Corvette.
That thing is so cool.
I think it's literally. I appreciate your dad for taking me on a drive with it. It was nice, but also I don't like going fast. He
Yeah,
didn't know that, but that car is insanely fast.
dude. He said he felt sorry that he like scared you or something.
Oh no, it was fine. I just like it's on me because I didn't expect it, and he doesn't know that I don't like going fast
Yeah.
unless I'm in control. If I'm in control, I'm flying. But if
What?
it's if the car is someone else's hands, I don't trust them. So I do get a little scared.
Yeah. My only issue with that Vet is when he gets on the power, or anybody gets on the power, you almost feel the back wheels like slide out from under you.
Oh no, yeah, your dad did that. Like he kind of like swerved or whatever, like leaving the garage or whatever, and
Yeah, it's so scary.
it felt kind of cool. I won't lie. It felt very badass. I was like, dude, your dad is about to whip this shit. And
Like
then he
you,
whipped it, and I almost shit myself.
yeah. And what's crazy is I don't know if he does it for you, but for me, he'll be like, "Yeah, that was 80 miles per hour," and it
Yeah,
felt
yeah.
like a half second. Obviously it's not that quick, but it literally feels
Mhm.
like that.
No, no, he was doing that for me too. He was kind of like at 20. And he was like, and he just like stepped. He kind of pressed the gas, and it felt like a just like a jolt. And he was like, that was 60 miles per hour. I was like,
Yeah,
God, man, that was like half a second.
you're like, wow, it feels like hyperspace.
Yeah, I didn't tell you or your dad this, but after being in that car with him, it gave me a headache because
Really?
it was that fast and kind of just pushed my head back into the seat.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I got
honestly, it
you.
wasn't his fault, but it was like a slight headache that went away after, like, oh, you saw me pop the Tylenol thing in the car.
Yeah, we were driving back or driving to the
Yeah,
lake.
yeah. Alright, I guess, well, that was everything that happened there, right?
Yeah, we drove to the lake. We were listening to a lot of what was it? Falling in Reverse.
No, we were listening to the Lil Uzi Vert's Pink tape.
Oh yeah, the new album.
Yeah, because we both I know we both talked about it, like, when it first came out, we both had our different opinions. We both kinda, like, said it was a little mid, we didn't like it. I listened to it more, and I really, really like it just because it's more experimental, just alternative stuff, more my type of style of music.
Yeah. Okay. That's so. My issue is I know that he will never be able to replicate 2016 Uzi. That's just
Mhm.
not possible. But I kind of like that he is trying new things. It's
Yeah.
not my style of music, but like I liked was it Chop Suey CS2. I really
Yeah.
like that song. Yeah.
Yeah, I personally like just because it was a little more of a rock album, in my opinion. That's why I
Yeah, it
like it.
felt like more alternative, like you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they
Um,
also have he has a song with your favorite band.
oh,
I know.
yeah, Bring Me to the Horizon.
Yeah, I know you
Oh,
said
I
that you
love
would let
it.
them do to you before, but
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, I'll slit my wrist, ready to spill my blood for them.
you're just ready to sacrifice yourself.
I swear to God, man, that was if they need anything like a soul to sacrifice, I'm there,
You need to get a passport and just fly to Europe looking for them.
dude. I swear. All right, trying to remember the train of events.
Yeah, so we drove to the lake, met up with the boys because a lot of them were already there before we were.
Yeah, I think as soon as we got there, we met first people. The only people that were there was Ian, which is Ryan's friend that he knew in high school,
Yeah,
and
Ian's
his girlfriend.
girlfriend and then our
Yeah,
roommate. Yeah,
yeah. So it was like nice just sitting there and catching up with them after not really talking to them for like 3 months. So it was just nice catching up.
yeah. I will say our roommate is crazy, bro. He drove at like 1 in the morning and got there at like 7.
Yeah, I don't understand why he. I mean, I understand why, but it's just like I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. It's because he doesn't want to waste a day traveling, which makes complete sense. But
Yeah, it makes 100% sense, and it's pretty smart. And as an adult, it's a pretty that's like a dad thing to do there.
Mhm.
He's definitely gonna be the dad that shows up to the airport like 5 hours early when there's nobody there when his flight's like 5 hours away.
Dude, you know how our roommate is as well. He wasn't taking stops. That was a straight car ride for him, man.
Yeah, he was probably flying.
Yeah, that's impressive. The time he made was impressive.
Yeah, my time on it was impressive.
Oh no,
Gave
I'm
him
not. Yeah,
props.
that's true. Well, yeah, his is like a 10, 11 hour drive though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it's something like that.
Which that's nuts. Good for him.
What happened
Um,
after that? I'm trying to think.
uh, I don't think we did anything the first day.
No, we didn't like do anything, but stuff. Was that the same day that the storm happened?
Oh, okay, yeah. So, okay, yeah, we went out into the lake for a little bit. We were just chilling, catching up with our roommate and Ian and them. And then randomly out of nowhere, like we had gotten out and we were like drying off for like 2 minutes, just talking still.
Hmm.
And randomly out of nowhere, the craziest like windstorm I think I've seen in my life just hit.
The funny thing is too, like right before it happened, like maybe like 5 minutes before the storm happened, Ian's dad was also starting to grill some burgers. So he was kind of just like whipping it up over there, just cooking them or whatever. And then just like the storm just hit. Like Hurricane Katrina just like came out of nowhere.
Dude, chairs were flying. There was this big umbrella on our table that almost impelled our roommate.
Oh no, he almost died. Like it went flying by him, and I was like right behind him, right beside him, and I almost killed him. It also almost killed this other girl that's a part of the friend group. Her name is Ashley. I call her AK-47. Um, after it like almost impaled our roommate, it went downwards and almost like landed on her and like smoked her too. So it
Yeah,
was almost like a two piece, like a
he
Call of Duty
almost
collateral.
collateral with an
Yeah,
umbrella.
they were almost what it was a kebab or shish kebab. Are they the
Yeah,
same
it's
thing?
a kebab. It's a kebab.
Yeah, it was almost a kebab.
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah, and then his dad's like, and then Ian's dad is like, just like running around, like trying to get the burgers done. Like, dude, like get inside, man. We're about to
Yeah,
die.
and then he was telling us that the wind was like cool, and you wanted videos of the rain and stuff.
Yeah, we're over here like packing everything up, like trying to make sure everything's safe, like trying to make sure we're not gonna die and get impaled by an
Dude, and he's
umbrella.
walking like a G around that
Yeah, just
lake.
walking around taking pictures of like the rain and the sunset. And, like, dude, get inside.
Like, we're gonna die, man. Like, you need to
Yeah.
yeah, get inside. I will say what's crazy about that though is we had insane timing coming out of the lake.
Oh yeah, we did. We got out for like 5 minutes before it like
Yeah.
started pouring down. Like, as soon as we
Well,
got out, dried off, got on like the was it a balcony porch?
yeah, the
Or
porch.
yeah, yeah. As soon as we got on the porch, bam! It's starting to rain and wind and everything.
It's just like when we were in the lake too. I think it was our roommate who saw like a gray cloud and he was like, "I think it's gonna rain. We might want to get out." And then as soon as we get out, it's like whoosh! Like it
Yeah,
was nuts.
yeah. The funny thing is, I have like that exact picture. Like I posted it on my Instagram, and
Yeah,
like his dad like is right behind us, and it's just like our roommate just pointing at the sky, pointing out the gray cloud that we were looking at. And I'm just looking at it. And it's like right that moment. It was right before it started storming.
yeah. And then our roommate stood up for a second and an umbrella went flying.
Yeah. I think
Uh,
that's basically the only thing that happened that day, right? The first day wasn't really eventful at all.
I will say I brought poker chips to the lake because I didn't know if we needed anything to do at night, and we got really into gambling for a few days.
Well, slow your roll, buddy. Slow your roll. Wait.
Wait,
Speaking of gambling, though, I remember. I don't. Did you do any gambling? Because I know
uh,
that first
not
day
really.
I put in $100 into stake and I lost it all. I know you were watching.
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah, you put in 100. I think Ian put in some money, and so did our roommate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think we all lost our money.
Yeah, I was just watching. I was like the bad luck charm that day, man.
Nah, but going back to your poker chips, I think we played poker that night, right?
Yeah, we did. So I know I was new to Texas Hold'em. Like I've seen it on TV, obviously, but I don't
Hmm.
really know how to play it. You were new too, right?
Well, I was new, but I had already played with. Wait, didn't you play Spring Break? Because you were there, and we went out and bought a poker chip set, and you played, right? You played
No,
Spring Break,
I left spring break early. Remember?
did you?
Yeah, I left like 3 days before you guys did, so I
I
wasn't
could.
there for that.
You were there when we bought the set though, because we went to Dick's
No, no,
and
no.
we
We didn't buy. Remember, Ricky was going to at Walmart, and then
yeah,
we didn't because we were gonna go to some other store, and the other store didn't have it, and we didn't go back.
no, but we did buy them at Walmart.
Did we?
Yeah, because we played Spring Break. That's what I'm saying. Like I think you were there.
I don't remember that, but if I was, I didn't. Anyways, it was like
All
my
right, well,
second
but
time
yeah,
playing poker.
yeah, it was basically like my second, third time, but basically we were both still new. We
We
really
dude,
didn't
we
know what
had
was
like
going on.
cheat sheets on our phone, just
Yeah,
playing free poker with some chips.
yeah. I- that was my that was my first time kind of like under really understanding what I was doing, and it was definitely fun. I definitely enjoyed it. I definitely
Yeah,
I think I was pretty good. First few nights that we played, I think I was pretty good.
I was killing it the first night. I think me and you were, yeah, because we were joking like sponsoring the table with free
Yeah,
chips.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, we kept winning and like everybody was like getting out. So just like so like we could keep the game going. Like me and Ryan were just like giving like some of our chips away to people just to keep them in the game.
Yeah, I would say my craziest hand that night. Uh, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but our third night we did actual money. So for reference, our first day we were just doing free money. On the first day, our friend put in like $15 worth of chips, and I called him like shitting my pants. And then I ended up like winning it, and I just like gave it all back.
Yeah.
But I will say I really did enjoy playing Texas Hold'em for like hours.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was fun. But I think after that basically we were done and You want to talk about our sleeping arrangement?
Okay, so I brought an air mattress. David had an air mattress, and our roommate was like on the couch. We could have cuddled together, like probably.
Yeah.
But I there was an air mattress not being used, but it was already blew up, so I got to sleep on like a king size like air mattress, like double bunk for the first 2 nights, and it was incredible.
Yeah, I got to sleep on the one right beside him, and I had a blanket. I don't think you had a blanket, right? You just had a
No,
hoodie.
the first night all I had was a hoodie.
Yeah. Only thing I didn't like about the air mattress, or at least the one I had, was basically the grooves in it was just uncomfortable to sleep in,
Yeah,
and also whenever you moved like any inch, like everyone heard it.
that's what I
The
was
air
gonna
mattresses
say.
were so loud.
That my complaint was every single time I would roll like even a half second, or I would just like move my arm or something, you would hear like a like in the air mattress, and I would just be like, my God, they know I'm doing something.
Yeah, that was my biggest issue.
It was really nice having you play Office episodes, by the way, because I can't go to sleep with like no sound, and the fan wasn't enough. So just hearing The Office kind of was like making me giggle, but it was able to like help me sleep.
Yeah, I was just yeah, I'm stupid, so I just love The Office. So I was just watching that.
Did you forget earbuds? How are you just like that makes me so subconscious when I play stuff with sounds near other
No, I have
people.
earbuds. I had my earbuds, but I just didn't care.
Oh, I mean, I don't think either of us cared either. So,
Yeah. So,
dude,
what was it?
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Y'all would be like, "Can we turn the fan settings on 3 or whatever?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, totally. Like, I can sleep in the cold." I'm sitting there with a hoodie, waking up like 7 times, shivering. It was so bad.
Okay, I'm trying to do the timeline events. We were there Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That was 4 days. Yeah.
Yeah, we left
Saturday we
Tuesday.
went over Saturday. Okay, so that was Saturday.
Yeah,
Sunday.
so we woke up
Sunday
on Sunday, a different day. Sunday was Top Golf, by the way.
was it?
Yeah,
Like 100% sure.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Because Sunday Top
because
Golf. Then
Josh
our
came Monday.
friends came over. Okay, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Sunday was Top Golf. But what happened during the day? I think
So
nothing happened besides us playing cornhole all day, right?
yeah, we woke up. I think Ian's girlfriend wanted to play cornhole, and then that ended up leading to like a cornhole tournament.
Oh yeah, the cornhole tournament. God, I'm so mad. Okay, you go ahead.
Yeah. So we had an odd number of people, so I chose to just sit out because I didn't really want to play. To be fair, and you guys were just doing the tournament, so I
Hmm.
wasn't gonna interrupt that.
Wait,
But you
before
guys
you
had it.
start that, I think we played cornhole legit the entire day. Like from, I think at one point we went to go into the lake, but basically we played cornhole for like 5 hours probably.
Yeah, we
But go
played
ahead.
cornhole. They left with the boat. We got in the lake and we're just talking with our friends.
Hmm.
And they came back and we played cornhole some more. But
Uh,
yeah, they had like a cornhole tournament going on, and then I was just watching it. That's pretty
uh,
much what happened.
Let me talk about the tournament. So basically, me and our roommate were. So basically, it was like couples because two of our friends had girlfriends. Our third friend came, his girlfriend was there, and then they got his parents to do the tournament too. So
Hmm.
basically, it was all couples. So me and my roommate were just the odd ones out. So we tagged along and became a team.
Cute
And
couple, man.
what'd you say?
Said it was a cute couple.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So basically we played whatever. So it was double elimination. So we were actually doing pretty well. I was kind of heating up at times. Still was kind of like the reason we would not. Basically, I was getting carried. My teammate was pretty good, but I had some moments. But basically, we made it to the winners final, and then we lost.
You lost by one though. It was really close.
Yeah, it was a very close game, and then we lost. And then the people we played against were coming from the loser bracket, and they were kind of like had won a few games. But my biggest issue with that was the team that was losing was like, all right, I'm taking this side. So I had to play a side that I had never played before, and my roommate also I think had to play a side he never or not that he didn't play before, but I don't think it was his preferred side or whatever,
Yeah.
which kind of upset me because I was like, we're coming from not we weren't the winners, but we had beat them before, and we had technically like made it further than them. So I felt like we should have had the opportunity to pick what side we wanted or whatever. So that
Yeah.
made me upset. But they ended up beating us, and I think they kind of smoked us or whatever.
No, no, no.
So
It was a
that's
close game. That was y'all's almost comeback. Y'all were
Oh yeah,
down
yeah, we
like
did almost make a comeback.
it was almost a skunk because the skunk's 11-0 or whatever. Y'all were down like 9-0. I think our roommate had a really good round and brought it back to like 6-9. They had a good round. It was like 15-10.
Yeah, it was a close game, and we weren't
Yeah.
playing. Well, I don't know if they know that rule, so I won't talk about that. But basically, they beat us, and they ended up playing the other team, and then our friend Ian and his girlfriend, I think, ended up winning the whole thing, which was kind of funny,
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Wait,
But
so for reference, by the way, this was your like first time playing cornhole, right?
oh no, yeah, it was my first time ever playing cornhole.
Yeah. So
The third day I was on fire, but
yeah,
we
and
won't talk about that.
in the 3 days that we were there playing cornhole, the first day we got there was Saturday. We played a little bit, like an hour or two. David was like insane the second day because he never played before.
Yeah, the third day I was literally making all of them on the board or in the hole.
Yeah, I think I was kind of trying to help you with your throw a little bit the first day, and you figured it out, and I was like, "Well, fuck," because you started
Yeah,
to actually hit the board a lot.
yeah. But going back, think after that we all I think kind of want to do something, so I think we all agreed on Top Golf because I know some of our friends have done it, but me and you have never. I've done Drive Shack was kind of similar like Top Golf, but I've never
Yeah,
me and you have never done Top Golf, so
yeah.
that's
So
what we decided to do.
this was my first time ever swinging a club like that. By the way, obviously I played putt putt. I've never swung like an actual club, and it's sparked like a passion in me to play golf. I'll get into that in a little bit though.
Yeah, before we even start, I want to talk about our drive there because we were driving and it's like it was like 38 minutes away. So we are just driving on the highway and then I swear this one car just out of nowhere just like comes from behind me flying probably like
Oh
100
my
miles per
god! Yeah,
hour
yeah, yeah.
and just cuts me off and was probably like a millimeter away from just hitting my car and just like probably killing us because we were like going probably like 80 90 miles per hour and this car was going like over 100 and just almost smoked us and we almost died.
Yeah, we were cruising like a little 5 over the speed limit. This car was not. This car was going like 10, 15 over and hit the tightest like turn in on us I've ever seen. He just pulled right out in front of us.
Yeah, it was it made me mad.
Dude, he didn't even signal or anything. He just yeeted it. And then we eventually had to pass him because he was going slow. And
Yeah,
he was just like he didn't look like a person, bro. It was like an NPC driving that car.
yeah. But basically after that, we got to Top Golf and like we got out of the car and we started talking about it. Like, yeah, did you see that guy that almost killed us? It's like, yeah, so it was pretty funny. But basically, we had to wait like an hour and a half to
Yeah.
before we got even our thing. And I know me and Ryan were just watching some soccer. We're watching some NASCAR on our phone. But
Yeah, so for reference, I'm not even that big in the NASCAR, but I really like F1. The Chicago race was going on, by the way. This was like the coolest thing I've ever wanted to see NASCAR do, and they finally did it, and it was a shit show.
I wouldn't say it was a shit show. It was still entertaining to watch.
Oh no, it was a good race. It's just I don't like that they were using slicks on like wet tracks when like 2 hours before the race even started, it was flooded. Like it looked bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever. F1 can never.
Well, they
Um.
drive in the rain. And
Yeah,
NASCAR
yeah,
doesn't.
yeah. I watched the rain and they were all driving into the wall. So same thing. So,
Oh yeah.
anyways, how was your Top Golf experience, man?
Yeah, so we eventually got into Top Golf. I've never hit a golf club like that before, so I had our roommates like he trains kids to hit golf clubs basically at his job or something. He was teaching me how to hit a golf club, and I think the furthest I got it was like 75, but I was enjoying it. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I kind of wish we played longer. I wish we would have been. I told them from the start like we should call, make a reservation, and try to, like figure that out, and they were like, "Nah, we just go and whatever."
Yeah, we were winging it the whole time. I wish we extended it to like 2 hours, by the way, because in hindsight, we didn't spend that much money at all.
No, yeah, we didn't. But I agreed with the time frame that we were there. Like once we left, like got back, whatever. I wish we'd have got there early or got to play sooner and played longer. But
Which I think we would have done if we didn't have to wait an hour. But anyways,
yeah, but I enjoyed it. It's basically like I said, I played Drive Shack before. It's kind of the same thing, but I also have suck at golf, so I don't really swing golf clubs. But I still
yeah.
had fun. It's nice just to hit something.
Oh no, I agree. I feel like I can get into golf now.
See, I don't think you could. Golf is a lot different than what you're doing.
Oh no,
Like going to the driving range and
I fully agree
golf
with
is
you.
completely different.
I'm getting to the point where I can actually hit the ball on a consistent basis and get it far. So like I'm almost ready to actually go to a golf course and try it.
I feel like you wouldn't like it, man.
Maybe I'll
Because
have to.
if you have a bad day, it's just bad. The whole entire like if you have some bad swings, the entire day is just bad.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna go with Ian and probably like our parents, like my dad and his dad,
Hmm.
and we would just go chill for like a few hours, like play a 9 hole or something. I don't think I could do 18.
Yeah,
But
but
to continue after Top Golf, when we got back or whatever, I'm skipping. But when we got back, I've been playing a shit ton of golf, like going to the golfing range like once every 3 days, and I got like golf clubs now. I'm trying.
wait, what?
Anyways,
You just jumped. I'm gonna point this
yeah,
out.
back to
You
Top Golf.
said no. What you did, you jumped. You said all right. Anyways, back to Top Golf. After that, and then you said, yeah. So I got some new golf clubs. You just completely like your brain just like didn't work there for a
Yeah,
second.
I short circuited. Anyways, I'm
Yeah,
in the golf now. That's what I meant to say.
yeah. But yeah. After Top Golf, we went back home, or not home, but like our friends' lake
Yeah, to the
house,
lake house.
and we just played some more poker. And that night I did pretty well, dude.
Yeah, you were doing well that night. I wasn't doing bad. I think I was staying like even for the most part.
Because the
But
thing is, like, we were playing, and then I have a really big ego when it comes to stuff like
oh
when it
yeah,
comes to
ban for ban,
competing.
ban for
Yeah,
ban.
so we started doing this thing where it was just band for band. It was me and my roommate, and he was trying to compete with me, and I was like, "All right, we'll run it." And so I ended up taking like all his money basically that entire night. Well,
Dude,
not
but
actual money, but
yeah.
chips
Well,
because we didn't play for money yet.
did you notice in our free games, by the way, everybody was like bluffing every single time, and then when actual money was on the line, nobody was.
See, the thing is, when we were playing like no money, I was playing it like serious, like
Yeah,
everything
same. I was
was
trying to.
legit. I was
I
trying to
would
win,
I would
even though
pay
there was really no
for
winning.
I would pay for the first 3 card flip sometimes just to see it, and then I would decide if I was gonna fold or not. But
Like there was a point where I was like clearly the richest person. Like I had the most money at one point. Like everyone like basically had like nothing, and
mhm.
like I basically had all the chips. And it got like to the flip, and I had bad cards. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm out. And I was like, there was no reason for me not to like play it out.
Dude, I swear, every single time the 5 cards in the middle were flipped, it would either be like 5 face cards or the worst cards ever, and there was
Yeah, we
no in
had somebody
between.
shuffling them too. Like, and she was like shuffling them like
Yeah, she was doing
multiple
a good job.
times. And the chances of the like cards being flipped was insane. There were so many like straight, so many like flush opportunities. It was insane.
We actually had a really good setup for poker. I think we were getting good hands that people could win on.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like there was a few times where our friend Isaiah would go all in or something, and I would call him because because I'd already put so much money in, like free chips by the way. I
Mhm.
would just call him because I was like, I have to see this last card flip, and then I would win on the last card flip, and I'd be like, oh my god, and then I had to like control myself.
Yeah. Sorry,
Oh,
I'm not trying to purposely have a pause or like act like I don't have anything in my head. I'm trying to think like after that, obviously something happened that we're not gonna get into.
yeah,
But I'm
but
trying to think what happened after that, if anything happened.
I just want to go back to that by the way. If you guys, I don't really play poker like that, but for the people who do play poker, watching people's faces during stuff is the funniest shit to me ever. Like I don't know if you know this, but you have a tell, David, where if you see like cards or something, your right eyebrow will raise, and
No,
if it's a
see,
good hand.
the funny thing is, I knew you were gonna say something. I do that on purpose, even when I don't have anything good.
Really?
Yeah, I like I knew people were looking at me, like Isaiah was
Yeah.
talking about looking or whatever. So I would purposely like have really bad cards and like make facial expressions and like just like mess with y'all. I was basically
Dude,
doing it because I knew we were eventually gonna play for money. So I was trying to just like
yeah.
throw y'all off.
There was one point where you like called me out because my mouth was like draped or whatever. I literally had like a 2 and a 7. And I was like, oh my god, how did
Yeah,
I have that was like 4 cards in a row that I've had that are terrible.
yeah. But I know I know like we had something going on with our friend group. And then after that, I think we just went back to our sleeping arrangement.
Yeah, we
Oh,
didn't go to
sleeping.
bed that night until like 3 in the morning.
No. I think it was 4 in the morning.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
And we were right back up at 7 or 8 the next day.
Yeah. I hate that I hate that our friend group wakes up so early.
Dude, I understand that we're adults now, so like there's people in society now,
Mhm.
so they actually have to wake up. That kills me, bro. I can't
No,
go to
no,
bed at like
I have to
4.
wake up even before them, and I wanna sleep in. Like, dude, it's a break. I don't wanna
You
be waking up on my break at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, we would wake up at 8 in the morning, and then we would just kinda sit around and not do anything because there's nothing to do at 8, 9, 10 in the morning on a, 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, I just
That was
wish we
just
coulda
pissing
slept
me
in more.
off. Yeah, I agree. Like, jumping ahead, like, first day I went back to work, I was extremely tired. I think because I just had to catch up on sleep because of
Mhm.
4th of July weekend or whatever. But,
Well, what was crazy to me is we were even asking when we were still playing poker if we were gonna sleep in the next day, and they were like, "Yeah." And then I woke up at like 9 because people were moving around. No, it wasn't even 9. It was like 8 or 7.
yeah,
Dude,
um
the second night when we woke up at like 7 or whatever, I had to pee so bad. I held that shit in for like 2 hours because I didn't want to wake anybody up because the air mattress was so loud.
That's funny. I think that same night also had to use the bathroom, but I had to use it so bad that I just said screw it and got up and went to go use the
Really?
bathroom. Yeah, so I had like your experience, but I said screw it. I have to go. Like I'm
Yeah.
pissing myself or I'm pissing in the bathroom, and I chose the bathroom.
You know when you're on like a car trip with like your dad and he's like
Oh
your dad's driving and he doesn't ever want to stop, so you got to hold
yeah,
in your piss. It was like one of
yeah.
those for me in that day.
Dude, your dad never wants to stop either.
Yeah, it's bad, bro. It's
Dude,
so bad.
no, my dad never wants to stop, and it's like unless he has to use the bathroom,
Yes, yeah.
we're not stopping. Like,
Yep.
I could be in the back, like, dying, like, I'm like, "Dad, I'm about to, like" it's either coming out, like, in 5 seconds or you're stopping at a gas station. He's like, "No, we're going we gotta get there by this time." Like,
Yep.
dude, like, the world's not gonna end if we get there, like, an hour late.
Yeah,
It pisses me off.
that used to be my biggest pet peeve. But now I will say I appreciate it because now whenever I'm doing car trips and I need to pee, I'm just like, nah, I'm not stopping.
See, well, okay, I kinda agree, but if I, like, have to go, then I'll stop.
Yeah. There was a few times going back to the apartment from where I live that I just held it in, and when I got to the apartment, bro, I wouldn't even carry bags, and I just run straight to the bathroom to pee because it was burning.
And I've had that happen before too. Um, I think so after that, I think the next day was July 3rd, so before the 4th.
Yeah, so
Right,
July
yes.
3rd, we just chilled around the lake house that day.
Okay, so I July 3rd was probably one of my favorite day it was probably my favorite day of the entire week
Mhm.
because I think again we just started out by playing cornhole all day basically.
Yeah,
And I think at one point we went to go lay in the lake again. No,
it
no,
was
we didn't get in the lake that day.
it was like 10 in the morning, people wanted to play cornhole. No, we went to go get breakfast. We had a really good breakfast that day. If you guys don't know about this place called Bojangles, it's like a down south thing. It might be the greatest fried chicken place ever, in my opinion.
I don't Okay, I don't know the timeline of dates for it, but maybe that was a day or whatever. But
Yeah.
basically played cornhole all day, and basically I'm not gonna get like too much into it, but like we have a friend group that's been pretty close since I joined the friend group like sophomore year. I think Ryan's it was more a part of the friend group since freshman year, right?
Yeah, so freshman year we had it was weird because if you guys have ever lived in like a college dorm system, you're not really friends with the people in your hall for the most part. Like you know of them, but you don't like go out of your way to talk to them. Our friend group started freshman year in that hallway because we would stay up till like 4 in the morning every single Saturday just talking about our nights. And then David joined us sophomore year, and we had a lot of people join with you, didn't we?
Um,
That's
no,
when
sophomore year was just me that joined,
okay.
and then I think later on, I think junior year was when more people started joining.
But
But
anyways, we've been friends for like 3, 4 years, 5 years, going on for a while.
yeah. So basically, like like stuff happened with the friend group, and like it's not as close as it was like in the past as it was in like past years.
Yeah. But that day felt like our old friend group. We had like some stuff go on. I'm not gonna get into it because it's not for us to like go into for you
Sorry,
guys.
I had somebody come in my room, so I had to like mute my mic.
Yeah, you're good.
uh, sorry,
But anyway,
I'll jump back into it to what I was saying. So yeah, something happened. Like so, we're not as close as we used to before, but we kind of like sat down and we're just like sat around, talked, just kind of like old times.
that's what I felt too. It felt like our old friend group, or not our old friend group. It felt like when we were actually when stuff wasn't going on. It felt like that vintage. Like it was
Yeah.
like us again.
Yeah, it was nice because we talk about a lot of very personal stuff, and we're just so comfortable that we're okay talking about it. So we kind of like we're talking about some very personal stuff. And it was just nice because it was nice catching up on things that we miss and just like talking about these personal things that I don't really talk about with anyone else.
Yeah. But if like you're friends with people like that, you guys can literally make jokes and lights out of or light of any situation. And I think we sat on those lawn chairs just looking at the sun, like that view that we had for like 4 hours, just talking about anything and everything, bro.
Yeah, it's literally like all we did that day, and it was just nice. Like eventually, like moved to a fire. I don't want to say
Yeah, fire.
fireplace.
It was it was like a fire pit.
Yeah, it's
We
like kind of
just
like
moved our lawn
what was it
chairs.
called, like a bonfire,
Yeah,
but
it was
not
a
really.
bonfire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and basically we just did that for like another like 1 or 2 hours, just like talking, just like enjoying like being in the moment, which is something I really have been learning to do more.
Yeah, I will say that's something I wanted to try to get more into instead of like looking so far into the future,
Hmm.
like just worried about everything. It felt nice to just be present
Yeah,
because I was like, those are the friends that like I miss seeing every day. So it was so cool just to chill out and talk to them.
yeah. It's like I always said, I don't like all through high school. I didn't really have a lot of friends, not because like it wasn't like up to me. It was like I was associated with basically everyone in my graduating class. Like I knew everybody, like we all knew each other, but like I really only had like one really close friend, maybe two. So
Yeah,
like joining college, like it was the first time really having like a friend group that I was really that close with. So it's nice that it's like you and like these other people are friends that I'm probably gonna have for the rest of my life.
yeah. No, our friend group is so sick, dude.
But that night was also the night we played poker for actual money.
Oh yeah, okay. This dude David might have a problem, guys.
Okay, well, don't start there yet, man. Don't start there yet, man. We'll get to the problem. So
So
basically, yeah, you want to explain it?
yeah, so basically that the first two nights we were just playing for like fake money just to figure out how to actually play poker, just so everybody was comfortable with it. Basically, that night we were like, let's do $20 buy-ins. Our friend who we haven't seen finally showed up that night, and he wanted to bet on with real money, so we were like, let's do buy-ins. And I think we sat there on that table for like 5 hours, just freaking playing like actual poker with money, and I don't think I was like not sweating for a second. It was so worrisome.
Oh yeah, so we play with actual money, and so like you said, $20 buy-ins. So we all sent $20 to one person who was the banker who's also shuffling our cards. And basically, after like 5-10 minutes, maybe it was like the fifth hand or whatever, our friend is already out, so he's already buying back in. I
Yeah,
follow in his footsteps, like maybe like one or two hands after. I'm buying in again. So now me and him are both down $40, and it was just like I was getting some of the worst cards possible, and then like Ryan, I think was had a lot of money at one point, and our other friend had a lot of money at one point.
yeah. Josh was running the table. Ian was doing really well, and I was like, I wasn't doing bad. I wasn't doing necessarily good either. I think I was up 30 or not up 30. I had 30.
Yeah, so basically we just
Ev-
kept going, kept going. I kept getting terrible cards. Our other friend, who was also buying in again, ended up losing that 20 he also had. So he bought in again. So he's down $60 now,
Yeah,
and
at that
I'm still
point,
down four. Go ahead.
at that point, literally everybody at the table was up except for David and our friend.
Yeah, yeah. So well, technically, no, yeah, yeah. Our other friend, our roommate Drew, was technically played through his 20, and at the very end was out. But
Yeah,
me and our other friend Isaiah were playing, and so he got out, put in 20 more, down 60. I'm still playing. I'm kind of trying to be really smart. I'm basically losing every hand because I had the worst luck with cards. It was so bad, and so basically I lost again, and I was out. So I was down 40, and I just was kind of contemplating coming back in and out, but I kind of just stayed out and let them keep playing for a little bit.
yeah. So whenever David was kind of just like not folding, but he was kind of just watching the game go on. He was still playing, but if he had bad cards, he was folding like he should have been kind of. Our friend Ricky finally got there. This was like the night that he came, and he went all in on his second hand, and I was the man who called him, and I had like the best thing that I could have pulled, and that's what made me go positive that night. I
Yeah,
ripped his money instantly, bro. It felt so nice, but so bad at the same time.
I don't understand why he did that. Um, so yeah, I eventually like kept playing. Like I was like, screw it. Like I have a problem, so I put $20 more in. So now I'm down $60, and I'm just playing. Blah blah blah. I started getting some decent hands or whatever, and I know I won like a pretty big one, which got me back up to like I don't know how much money. I think I got up to like 40 dollars or
Yeah,
whatever.
you counted it because I asked. You were up to $32 before the hand you're about to talk about happened.
Yeah, so I had $30. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, this isn't bad. Technically, I'm only down like what 30 for 60. I'm only down like $30 now. So I'm thinking in my head, like, oh, this isn't bad. This next hand, if I get anything good, I might just go all in because I'm that risky. I think everyone's ready to call it too. So I was kind of just like about to go all in just so I could
Yeah.
make my money back. So basically, we see the cards flip. I'm looking at my cards. I'm like, yo, this is pretty good. So I'm
So
just like putting more in, and our friend Ricky, who's had I think won a lot of, also won a lot,
yeah, at this
just playing
point
very cocky.
he had caught up and he was trying to bully people out of hands. But in his defense, he had really good cards going into this.
Oh no,
What I
he
thought
had an insane
Yeah.
card.
What I thought was crazy is how you would raise, right? Like you would do like $2 or whatever. He would do
Uh-huh.
like five, and you would call it, and then you go on to the next one. I was like, wow. And at
No 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 no
one point,
no.
you guys went
Well,
in like $20.
no no no. Pack up. I was not calling him. I was raising it, and then he would follow along, and then I would raise it, and I'm the one who kept raising it, and he was calling me.
Wait, but
That's what happened.
that one, you didn't put 20 in. He put three or four fives in, and you called it.
Wait up, man. I was the one raising it, and he was following along. So I kind of like slowed down on my one of mine, and I slowed down, and then he put like you said $20. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna copy or whatever. And I put in whatever I did or whatever, and I was 1 second away from going all in. And I was like, nah, screw it, I'm fine. I think he also said he's fine. And so we just basically flipped our cards. And I don't know poker too much still, and he had a really good hand. So I was like, oh, I lost. But he's at least a good sport to admit that I won because I had a really nice hand apparently.
Yeah, so I was watching, so I understood. I folded way before, guys. I wasn't in throwing that type of money in on a pocket twos. But basically our friend, he when he flipped his cards, I was like, "Oh shit, David just lost his money." Our
Yeah,
friend pulled out a flush, I think it was. Yeah, he
that
had
wasn't a flush. Oh, who,
there,
me or him?
no, he had a straight. Our friend pulled out a straight.
Yeah.
And with what was on the table, that was borderline the best thing you could have because it was all like low number cards. David flips his cards and he had a flush. The only thing left on the table outside of like a four of a kind or a three of a kind that could have beat that hand, David pulled out and won like $62 in one hand. It was nuts.
Well, no, I didn't win $62 in one hand. I don't remember exactly how much I won. Like I think it was, if you said 32 before, then I technically won $30 off of that one hand right there. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the whole thing, like that was it. Like we all decided everyone wanted to go sleep, whatever. Our friend that was kind of also going all in or whatever, or not going in, but kept like buying back in, like ended up losing all his money. So he was down -60. But I at the end, I counted everything. I had $62.50. So technically on that night, I made a $2 profit, a $2.50 profit. So that was a pretty good night. Better than my other nights gambling.
Yeah. David turned everything around in one hand, and that was insane just to witness.
Yeah, it was so nice. My biggest thing about playing like poker for money is I feel bad taking people's money. So that's why I never really wanted to play poker because I don't want to take anybody's money. Like I'm okay
Yeah.
gambling and taking money from like a big company that is like Prize Picks, FanDuel, DraftKings,
Steak.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm okay taking money from them. I feel bad taking money from friends. But that night it was actually pretty fun. Like playing poker with like actual money like on the line was pretty entertaining.
Well, what I liked is how even when people were losing money, everybody was having a good time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like our roommate, he had his original $20 buy-in the whole time we were playing. Josh did really well. I came away with $7, but for the most part, I only spent 20. I never had to buy in again, so I got to play the whole time on $20.
Yeah, the funny thing is everyone made profit except for our roommate who just played through his 20 and then lost it. And then our other friend Isaiah who was down $60 at the end.
Yeah, but overall, I think everybody had a good time because it was a way to kill like 5, 6 hours of just like pure entertainment.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was pretty fun. I do hope in the future, like, I'm hoping we will do that if we have any other like big like friend group gatherings, that we'll play poker again.
Yeah, that I really enjoyed that. Even though I'm not even like that big in the well, I am in the gambling actually. I just don't like poker like that, but it made me enjoy it.
Oh, I like poker just so much because going back, like I have a massive ego when it comes to competitive stuff. So something like that where you just like bully somebody is just like really fun. So that just like that gives me my what was it endorphins, epinephrine. No,
Epinephrine's your
epinephrine
fight or
is
flight.
wait, is that what it is? Epinephrine,
I think so. That's your fight or flight. That's not what you're talking about. I think you're talking about dopamine. You got extreme
dopamine.
dope.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. But that
dude,
basically that's
you're a
what that
psych major.
does.
You should know this shit, man.
No, I know, but I've been getting my words mixed up a lot lately, so I've been kind of struggling.
Well, to be fair, all that stuff is hard to remember, anyways.
Oh no, it's insane to remember. I don't remember any of it. Don't tell anybody that though. Any of my psych professors. Um,
What was crazy though is how, for the most part, we were keeping everything relatively tame during that poker game, and then that last hand, you guys just raised the pot so much.
yeah, yeah, it was crazy.
Like if we
Um,
kept playing after that hand, I kind of would have been upset because that was a good way to end it.
yeah, I agree. Um, sleeping arrangements that night. So,
Oh my god, is this the night we forgot the? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll let you go.
so, our friend who is I don't know if we ever said his name, but his name is Ian, the one whose parents have the lake house, or whatever. He has a sister, and she had like 20 of her friends there also. So it's not like a massive lake house. So there's not room for everybody else. So we had to sleep on air mattresses. So they all slept in outside basically in a tent or like in hammocks. So they're basically like camping. And then we had a friend Josh who basically slept in the bed of his truck. I don't know. I don't know why. And like we offered him
Yeah,
a bed or
we
like an air
had
mattress.
so I was sleeping on a king size kind of thing. Like I had a double stacked bed. I offered him the other one so many times, and he was like, "No, no, no, I'm just gonna sleep outside. I'm gonna sleep outside." And apparently, he just dove in his truck and was like knocked out in like 2 minutes. So
Yeah, I don't know how that was comfortable at all, or like how he's able to fall asleep so fast. I mean, I guess because he was drinking, it probably like obviously I don't drink, so I don't know how it affects your sleeping pattern or whatever.
yeah,
So I'm assuming he just like the alcohol just allowed him to fall asleep so fast.
yeah. Uh, no, it kind. I don't really drink either, but when I used to, there's like a phase where you drink too much, you get really like tired. You all you want to do is kind of sleep, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So basically we had the same sleeping arrangement or whatever. I don't think anything major again happened that night. Trying to think.
Uh, no, I
I think
think
you
we just
actually had a. I think you finally had a blanket for once, which is kind of
yeah,
funny.
I did get a blanket that night.
And
What's
what was
really funny?
it? The blanket was like what, like a curtain.
Yeah, it was like a sheet or something.
Yeah.
But
Didn't
I
you say you had
finally
to use the bathroom that night too?
yeah, I don't even know how I didn't I don't know, bro. I just went to bed. I didn't care at that point. When we were playing
uh,
poker, I think I downed like 5 or 6 bottles of water, and I needed to piss so bad when I
oh,
woke up.
speaking of, okay, this is just something random. Like we'll try to stick to the like the timeline events. But at one point, like I shotgunned a what was it a Cheerwine soda can?
Yeah. Okay. So me and David don't really drink, but everybody else in our friend group does. So to participate in their drinking games, David decided to shotgun a cheer one.
Yeah, because there were. I told him like I'll drink way too much soda. Like I'm gonna have kidney stones for sure. But
Yeah.
I drink so much soda, and I'm always like I can finish a 2 liter bottle easily. Blah blah blah. So they kind of called me out on it. They're like, because I told them I was like I probably could shotgun a soda right now, and they called me out on it, I was like, oh well, we don't really have soda here, do we? And they're like, we got a cheer one right here. I don't really like cheer one, so I kind of didn't want to do it, but I did it just to do it.
Yeah.
So I kinda just, like, obviously, I did the thing, whatever, had it in my mouth, and I actually shotgunned it, and that was my first time ever shotgunning anything, and it was actually pretty cool.
So
I
for the
didn't finish it
people,
just because I don't like Cheerwine.
yeah. So for the people not from North Carolina who don't know what cheerwine is, it's literally just like any other soda, just super carbonated, like very carbonated actually. And it was. I thought you were gonna yak after you finished it. I won't lie.
The funny thing is, like, I had so much, like, Like I know people feel bloated before, but I had so much carbonation like in my stomach just because it was so much. But
Dude, you were
going back,
drinking soda like a madman that day.
hell yeah, it was. Um, Basically after that, basically like it was the 4th of July. But for me and Ryan, I don't think anything there really big happened. Like obviously they had family over, big cookout or whatever. Because we didn't like because we were leaving like midway through the day, so like that wasn't really like our crowd.
Yeah.
So it was like it wasn't really anything like big happened for us that day.
Well, we had to wake up at like 7 in the morning again. We went to bed really late, so that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Uh, David had to go home because he had work the next day. I had family coming over, so we were like, let's just call the trip early, kind of.
Yeah. But we had something pretty interesting going on that day. Don't you remember, man?
Okay, so you guys know from our future or our past podcast, we are gambling degens. Joey Chestnut might be the goat of eating, but he was not the goat of Prize Picks that day.
Yeah. So we just randomly decided to bet on the hot dog eating contest, which is something I've never done before. And the fact that it got canceled because of the weather, and then and that Joey Chestnut like walked to the back, started talking to the guy, was like, "Yo, we're gonna do this." He is a legend.
Oh, dude, yeah. So they canceled it due to weather because they do it outside, and I guess they don't want the hot dogs to be soggy, even though they're already dipping them in water. I don't know. Anyways, he like walked back there, and like an hour later, ESPN tweeted something, and he was like, "I'm bringing the guys out here. We're doing this fucker." And I was like, full of American pride.
Yeah, it was insane. But watching the hot dog eating contest, obviously it's gross, but it was kind of entertaining to watch it,
Dude, I wanted
especially
the
when you have money
yak.
on it.
When they dip like, if you guys have never seen it, they take their hot dog buns and they like ball them up and they dip them in water so they'll go down their throat easier. When they put those in their mouth, water just gushes everywhere, and it made me want to gag every single time.
Yeah, it was pretty gross. But
But
after that, I think that was basically it. Because I think at that point, I think you had stuff to do, and I was basically just trying to get home as soon as possible because I want to spend time with family also.
yeah, right after that, we kind of said our goodbyes, and you headed up.
Yeah. So
Um,
I really enjoyed our trip. I'm hoping in the obviously in the future, like next year, we'll be able to do it again. I'm
yeah,
hoping like I'll be able to stay longer, kind of like our friends kind of stayed for like I think an entire week, where I mean, you were only there for 4 days,
yeah, they
even though
stayed.
you live right down the road from them.
Yeah, they stayed until like the 9th or 10th or whatever, but they came over
Yeah,
before they left. We had like a day out by the pool.
yeah,
But no, it felt like this whole summer has felt really stressful for me because I had the internship plus I was trying to get a job, and then I had like the summer school.
hmm
I finally passed that class. I've finally done with the internship, and it was like kind of like a good way to end off like the first half of my summer. It was like a breath of fresh air like that.
yeah. It was definitely nice. Like I'm definitely hoping like we'll do it again next year. I definitely hope we'll be able to do it like other like friend group activities. Hoping that the podcast is still going pretty strong next 4th of July, so you'll get like 4th of July part two.
Yeah, I hope so too. That would be cool if we just make it like a yearly series.
Yeah, like hopefully by then we'll be at least 1,000 subs. Maybe I don't know. We got some goals there
Yeah,
for 1 year.
we're keeping our goals relative though. Like we know we're not gonna go insane yet.
Yeah, in a year, come back to this episode and you're getting after we have like 1,000 subs. You're gonna be
Yeah,
shocked that
you're gonna be like,
we're right now we're what 45.
yeah, we just
In
hit
a year
45.
from now, you're gonna come back to this after we're at 1,000 subs. That's gonna be crazy, mind blown.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I will say, we do have some future plans on getting like our roommate and some of the guys that we were chilling out with at the lake. We want to get them on our podcast because we have individual stories with everybody that we could just talk about for hours.
hmm
Um, we have a lot to do with that friend group, and I wanted to get the podcast involved with that too because I think they're a really sick group of people.
I agree, but I think that's pretty much it. Good 4th of July. It's nice catch up with our friends. Nice seeing Ryan, like my co-host.
Yeah,
Nice seeing him after what 3 months. I
yeah,
think for you, me and you, it was 2 months.
yeah. It felt like forever though.
Yeah, but I think we're gonna end it there.
Yeah. So thank you guys for all the support and stuff you've been giving us. Obviously, like we wouldn't be anywhere without you guys liking our stuff. So please continue to do that and let us know if there's anything we can do better.
Yeah, we appreciate everyone who's liking, watching, commenting.
Yeah. But as always,
So
guys, thank you guys for watching. See you guys.
see ya.